Okay, I'm going to have to talk fast. I think my phone's going to click off again. It just keeps going off. And I'll tell you what's weird about it is I'm not going to talk too long about it because it'll take up too much time. But, you know, my phone started clicking off and all of a sudden now it's saying, you know, I have 512 gigabytes, but I've used them all up. Like, and yesterday I spent all day because it won't let me do anything on my phone. Everything just pops up and says it's too full, it's too full. And on my iCloud, it says I've used 2 terabytes of whatever I have on the iCloud. I don't even freaking know. And then, but it forces you. This is a thing. All this fucking bullshit on the goddamn phone that forces you to do this, forces you to do that. I have apps on my thing. It says a certain amount fills up apps. I go and try and remove apps. It says, just take them off your screen. That doesn't take them off your phone. I have done it over and over and over. I took 2,000 pictures and videos off of my phone yesterday, and it went down by a couple of points. And then I can go in and check, do nothing on my phone, go in and check, and it's gone back up. So, like right now, I'm just right at, it'll just hit 512. It says I'm 508.2 right now. So I don't know. I'm trying to get another phone. And I have to get one of these ones that has 1 terabyte. If I've already used 512 and they said that's impossible to use, now I've filled up 512 and the next thing is a terabyte. So I don't know how long that'll take to fill up. If I filled up 2 terabytes on iCloud, like this is, oh my God, this is nonsense. I swear to God. And anyways, I'm trying to get another phone. And weirdly enough, a couple days ago, I saw a tarot thing and it said that I was going to have to get a new phone and go ahead and do that. It's like, did you just cause this to happen? No, I knew it was coming. Anyways, there was a few things I wanted to talk about though. Now, the money thing, Joe coming out with all of that stuff and the executive order and what it all says that it's going to do, that to me shows right there. That is the absurdity of what they're doing to just outrage everybody, to get everybody to pay attention, to wake up and to start the conversation and start sharing information. Because, I mean, it's absurd. It's already happening in China. I don't think it's going to happen here. I think it's all to promote this awakening. And it's so absurd. But the thing is that I feel good about is that since they've given a date for that to start, I think a lot's going to happen in that time frame. So to me, it seems like we have a December date. And so we have all of this time until then that I think shit is going to be going crazy. So I still think that we are... well, the people who, there's so many people on the 010 thing and the 27th and they're leaving the matrix and stuff. So many people talking about that. Right now, it's, to me, TikTok feels super chaotic, just like how my phone feels chaotic, how it feels weird outside. I feel like a weird energy kind of. And, but on TikTok, it's kind of chaotic. And it's argumentative, like there's people who are arguing and all sorts of stuff. It's just, and everybody is very impassioned about how they see things or what they feel or what's happening. And there's so much stuff happening. Oh my gosh, there's floods, there's shootings, there's just a lot of stuff that people are talking about that's going on. I saw one thing though, and this was, these were close together. This one spiritual lady who is, some of these people, I swear to God, they are on live when I get up and they are on live all day long. I don't know. It's weird, but they're on live all day long. But this woman, she's on a lot. I see her all the time. And it's I don't know. I get super frustrated that some people constantly get all these views. And I can see people talk about things that are so much more intense than things I say. There's so many things I don't say. Yesterday, I did a video, or a couple days ago, I did a video because I'm so restricted. Oh my gosh, I'm so restricted right now. It's fucking nonsense. And right when I saw that it started, I thought, oh, it's starting to go back up. I'm starting to get more views and comments and stuff. Right now, though, all my likes come off of comments on other people's. and on my own, barely any comments. And I put it like a post the other day, and it was going super fast. Like within a couple minutes, it was at a couple hundred. So you can see that one, like you can tell the momentum is going. And that's what keeps happening on all of my ones. So they'll be really restricted. And then it'll kind of slack off a little. And then as soon as one starts getting traction, they just pull my whole account again. Yesterday I was thinking about how their algorithm works and stuff. And it's strange, but it's very controlled. But that's what they did on mine again. As soon as this one started going, everything stopped on my whole account. It's so frustrating. And then I can tell when they do it on YouTube too, because YouTube will start taking away followers. It will just drop followers off. Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, so all these people just go in at night and just, I'm not going to follow this person anymore. It's like, I don't know. I mean, the whole time I've had YouTube, I think I've done that twice, where I've gone in and been like, oh, I think I'm going to go through and just clean out who I'm following. So I don't know. I think it's all the control and the algorithm and bullshit. But this woman who I saw, she was talking about the same thing. She had gone in and watched some lives, and she was saying about be careful who you follow. And she was talking about one person in particular, but that he's out there, you know, all an ego and all talking about his certificates and oh, he's got the upper hand with God and all of that stuff. And so she was pointing out, you know, to me, it's all about their certificates. That's material. You don't need to be needing certificates to love yourself or believe in yourself or whatever, all that stuff. And then I saw another, so she was talking about the ego in the spiritual community. Because there's a lot of people who are preaching from ego or trying to help people from ego. And it's not, I don't even know, are they trying to help? I don't know. Are they trying to help people heal? I don't know. Are they just trying to be out there being like, hey, I'm the best spiritual person in the world. Oh, look at me. Because this one girl that I saw after that, she goes, you know what's horrible dating? If you date spiritual guys, they're the most ego-driven, arrogant people. She said, I even had one come and tell me that he didn't need to touch me. He can give Reiki to give me an orgasm. She's like, so there's just people who are so caught up in the ego. Like I've been saying, it is, but that's all going to when it turns the other direction. And you know what's weird also is that we are all the disclosure. All of us coming together and sharing information. That is how all the information is spreading. It's all of us. We haven't got the full disclosure, you know, where we've come in and gotten, you know, national confirmation across the TV, the radio waves, or whatever it is they're going to do. And this coronal mass shooting thing or whatever, the sun flares, and that was all in. That has been stuff in Allison Coe and David Wilcock. And I am positive that Cliff had talked about that on David Rodriguez. So it is a lot of different people who have talked about this when the sun starts picking up with these blasts and how it was going to be bringing up so much. And I'll tell you, for the past couple days, I am literally exhausted. I am so tired. And it isn't, like, I keep waking up super early. But like this morning I woke up and I was just laying in there, tossing and turning. And I was like, oh man, I'm not going to go back to sleep. I might as well go see what time it is. And it was 4:35. So I just got up. And, I swear I don't feel like it's lack of sleep tired. I feel like it's just the energy, just an energetic draining or something of everything. So this energy that's coming in, it is, I don't know, it can give people, it's supposed to be helping us heal. It's supposed to be doing something to help us, which I also saw, and I don't know, I've been seeing so much stuff and I can't keep up with, you know, where somebody is saying this information came from or whatever. So I don't know if this came from a book, from prophecy, from what it came from. But this was, again, talking about the Anunnaki. And that the Anunnaki have come 3 times. We had multiple resets, but they were saying they came for 3 resets. They're coming for this reset. It has, when they come, it has something to do with Narubu, that they travel through. I had heard this a long time ago about the Narubu is really not a planet, it's a ship. And the Anunnaki are coming on it. And that they are coming to help us to, you know, help us to understand. And, oh, I saw this other woman, and she was talking about, she's constantly breaking down words and talking about, just like, did you think about this? And she goes through all these breakdowns. And yesterday she was doing one on abnormal. And then she was saying, going through the whole thing, but she got to this part about aboriginals, the originals. And then I started, well, what was coming into my head was the originals. Like when they very first did the messing with the DNA to create human beings. And the aboriginal people, if they were the original people, because they are a really old, ancient group. I mean, they've got, like, they are an old ancient tribe or group or whatever. I don't even know what you call these different people, you know, race. I don't fucking know. And, but if they took those people and then they started messing with the DNA to add in more, to make them look this way or that way, we want this, that. And so they are taking the characteristics, just like dog breeders. They take the characteristics out of the people that they don't want. And a lot of it has to do with spiritual connection. That is the whitewashing of human beings, to take the spiritual side of them out. We remove the melanin and stuff. So I think, I don't know, that stuff came to me. And when something comes to me, it's like I see the whole thing. And like, see it, the whole thing. And it's a lot to try and explain, but when it's shown to you, it just makes so much sense. And over the time, but the Anunnaki and the reset, and then these original people and how they've messed with the DNA to create humans, which their whole thing is just to create more of a slave race. I mean, when you see the stuff, what he wants to do about the money, and you see how that works in China and stuff, I mean, it's just crazy. And hopefully that people really do start getting into this, like, man, we got to do something. We're not gonna be able to do anything. I mean, they're going to have total control. You know, they're going to tell us where we can live. It's going to be apartments like there. I saw people now who think that the line is super cool. What in the hell? I want to go live in the line. Oh, it's so high tech. It's so cool. And they put all this nature in it. It's fucking artificial. It's like, okay, I want to live in Disneyland because it's super special. It's like, what in the fucking hell is wrong with people? It's the whitewash. It has got to be. Their soul is just, I don't know. I think it's weird as shit. I would choose to live on a desert island. I don't need stores and shit. I cannot understand why the fuck we have so many people still going to Walmart. Why haven't we run Walmart out of business? Why haven't we run all of these things? Kentucky Fried Chicken, Burger King, all of these places. Why haven't we not run them out of business? And I'll tell you another thing that's weird is yesterday I saw a long video. It was a whole store full. The line's totally long. Everyone's waiting in line. They go around. They cannot find one single employee. There was one locked door, so they couldn't get out this door. There's only one door being used. The lights were on, but there was not a single person who worked there anywhere in this store. And the people were going to call the police. They didn't know what to do because, you know, it would become like a heyday. That would just turn into chaos. All that shit would be thrown everywhere. Oh my gosh. Can't even imagine. People just lose their fucking minds. Oh, nobody's watching. I'm going to steal everything. I'm going to do this. It's like, that is you. That is inside of you. But also I see this guy and he is Uber delivery food person or whatever it's called, DoorDash or something. And he keeps going to restaurants. There's nobody working. There's no, he said Chili's the other day had one cook for the whole city. There was one cook in there. Another one, a Burger King. He said he went to go pick up the food, pulled up, the wouldn't come the thing. He could see one person in there just sitting. He started pounding and asking him, and they finally came over. They were ignoring him, finally came over, and the woman said, nobody showed up. There's no staff. There's nobody to cook the food. So, and look at that. Now, not only is all those restaurants going to go out of business and all these stores and stuff, but the people who are trying to deliver the food, what are you going to deliver? How it's going to affect so many different people. But see, it's us. We have to say, hey, this system's not working. What they got going here is not working. But they want to go deeper. Well, let's just go live in a line. They said we can get anywhere in 5 minutes. We don't even need cars. Okay, again, let's live in Disneyland. It's like, it is mental what people will accept. And the place is very, Blade Runner-ish, kind of, stacked way up. Like, the way that they would have us is fucking sardines in a can. And people are just willing to accept that. Like, oh, well, they're going to have a simulated nature. Okay. Okay, you can see why we need to split and go in 2 different directions. Like, some of us are on a very different page than other people. Some of us want a simulation, and some of us want to experience whatever this real world is, this holographic real world that we can sense and that we can experience. And other people just want some high-tech, weird, oh, I'm better than you. My credit score is so good that I make a lot of money. Sorry, you don't have any food this week. And, it is just, I mean, their system would just go darker and darker. Like, at what point then do the people who have the good credit score, how many people are you going to watch starve to death then? Because they didn't have a good enough credit. They didn't do what was right. They didn't, and when there's not enough jobs, and the few that have jobs, are they going to start taking care of the people who don't have jobs? Because that's the only way it would work. Like, that's the only way that anything will work, is if we all see each other as everybody is everybody's problem. Like, we need everything to go a certain way so that we can all, my daughter just messaged me. I'm going to go on her, she was messaging me right when my phone had gone off, and so I told her the problem. So I'm going to go on her family plan to go back on T-Mobile to get a phone, and I just paid for my fucking dad on this one. But, what are you going to do if your phone is like, nope, sorry, I'm not working anymore. I don't work for you. And I've had this fucking update on my phone that I haven't done for a long time. And so I thought, well, maybe if I update it, maybe something will happen. I don't even know where I all of a sudden have 512 when it used to be 68. And so when she, oh, what the fuck was I going to say? I don't even fucking know. I'm trying to rush so much because I know it's going to turn off. But there was some stuff I wrote down so I would try and be more, tons of people are so mad talking about the money sent to the Ukraine. Like, I don't even know all this money and all this stuff, but there's so many people paying close attention to all that stuff. And, oh my gosh, they're so mad. So many people are, like, talking about what we could be doing in our country for this money. And just the hypocrisy. But it's the absurdity. It's the hypocrisy of the stuff that is supposed to be outraging people to wake them up. That's how it's supposed to be working. So it is working. People are very outraged. And, so many more people talking about the nutrition and food. I even saw where people now have looked at your vitamins have ingredients, and they've done the breakdown. They're chemicals. They're synthetic. They are not real. So I threw mine away. And the only way to get real vitamins and minerals and nutrients is to eat the stuff that has it. And another weird thing is, I guess, apple seeds. You chew on apple seeds, it is better than chemo. It can cure cancer. Grape seeds. There's something about grape seeds. You got to get grapes that have seeds. Like, there's all this stuff, this hidden truth that we have not known about that can help us be healthy. But they want us to all be on drugs. This Rockefeller dude, I saw a thing about the Rife. If you look it up, I think his name's Warren Rife or something. And he had made a machine about the frequency to heal and stuff. And then they think they put him in prison for it. He's not allowed to do that. And Rockefeller was like, no, hell no, we're going to do this. Because he is all about making money off of us by keeping us sick, making us sick, and then profit over people, but also profit over the planet. Like, plastics are so toxic, and you can't break them down, and they just make them, and then they sell us shit in them, and then they want to turn around and blame it on us. So we're the problem with this global warming. Oh, lying bitches. Oh, my God. This is a nice way to just turn things around. Oh, my gosh, too. In the Jesus people on TikTok. Whoa. Like, there is, there's a lot going on with that. A lot going on with the people waiting on Jesus and trying to get us all to. And, like, it's kind of like they get really offended, but that's ego. The whole thing, when you just see all this stuff, the fake spiritual people, the ego-driven bullies in religion, you know, it's all about ego. It's all about what we are here to balance right now. It is about waking up your soul, the awakening. Wake up your soul. Start doing your healing, moving your kundalini up so that you move out of the painful root chakra area, and then the sacral chakra where you carry all your pain, you're on autopilot, and pulling that up and awakening the rest of it, awakening your spiritual side. And, but you have to, ego work to do with that. And you have to really be willing to be introspective, to decipher. Is this me, my soul? What is it that I'm doing here? What am I wanting here? And then, or is it my ego? Am I doing this so my ego, so I can feel good about myself, so I can be better than other people? And that is a big thing that we're trying to break here, is this hierarchy that they created. It's very toxic. And that is the whole creation of this dog-eat-dog world, this hierarchy. I'm better than you. And that's a mindset. We got to get out of this mindset of I'm better than you and get into this mindset of where we go, it's all of us together. Those are words you cannot say. But, you know, it's about that. That is the tribe mentality. That's inside of us. That is in our DNA about, you know, being like that. But that is their huge campaign to take that out of us and to make us just doubt ourselves. I can't believe how many people always think there's something wrong with them. There's something wrong with them. They are gaining weight. Well, there's something wrong with me. All of the things that so many people, like I said, when all these people's hair was falling out and nobody was talking about it because they were embarrassed because they thought something was wrong with them. So they didn't want to put it out there to find out, like, hey, it's happening to all of us. There's something going on here. And we know what happens. What causes your hair to fall out is chemo, radiation. And we've all got our hair falling out. And we're all being chemically and radioactively attacked. But, you know, I've got a freaking... I'm so burnt out. I'm so burnt out. But I swear to God, I think we're close. I don't know what is, you know, what's the deal with these people who are, you know, trying to leave the Matrix on the 27th. There's so many dates, like the speculation. There's so much stuff about the 9/11 date that's coming up. There's a whole bunch of dates in September. I guess The Simpsons is announced one of them, but all of these different things. I mean, everything is adding together. Like, it's all coming to that intersection. It's all coming to this giant, the grand finale, you know, and it all has to do with stuff in the sky, with the people realizing that they're being poisoned, the people coming together. It's all of these things, that energy. That is what is moving us into this other state of being that we're trying to be headed to. But you can... Ooh, that sounded sick, huh? Beheaded. Beheading. I don't even like that. No, where we're going. But anyways, so, you know, I feel really positive. I mean, it's weird because I feel burnt the fuck out, I feel frustrated how long this just goes on and on and on. I feel isolated because I don't have people to really talk about this kind of stuff with. I mean, to even talk about anything real. Like when I went over to babysit for the neighbor yesterday, and and I start saying things like, we're complaining about all of this noise that's going on out here. It's so noisy. It is insane. And I remember back in the 70s when noise pollution was a thing. They were talking about noise pollution. And it is unsettling. I can't even imagine people who have anxiety and PTSD. I have PTSD. And so a loud crash will give me feels like a heart attack. But these people who live out here, I can't imagine that they're not feeling frustrated or bothered, even if they don't have the awareness of what it's coming from. I imagine there's a lot of frustration. Just like I said, the lady across the street is outside screaming and yelling at everybody. So I think that there is a lot of frustration, but they don't really recognize where it's coming from. But the noise out here is crazy. And I was talking about it with her. And I said, well, the only good thing is the banks are going to crash and they're going to stop building. I mean, who's going to fucking build a house for $450,000 when they're going to sell it for $12,000? So, and she's just looking at me like I'm talking Chinese or something. Like it wasn't even making sense. So to me, that's what I mean. It's like you don't have people you can really talk to that really understand what you're talking about. It's very surface. Everything is very surface when you're dealing with people in the 3D. That's kind of where it has been. That was why I was always an oddball in life, because I was never surface. I was always wanting to go deeper. And people like to just stay on the surface. Oh, I don't want to go too deep. I don't want to feel anything. I don't want to think for myself. And, that's why it's so huge right now. The awakening about, look into stuff. Do research. Look into this if you want to know about it. Like, Ray, I might find it interesting. You may already know about that Rife guy, but looking into that and the stuff that I have seen about the hidden history stuff. Oh my God, the people who share that stuff, I don't even know where they get some of this footage. These old pictures, these old videos and stuff. It's crazy. But I do know for sure. When I see that stuff, it to me is so clear. It's its own standing ages, its own standing periods of time that we come in. They're not congruent. They are actually buried time. The time where people were here for this or that, it's buried, and they just have stacked up one city on top of another. And I saw a part where it was a building and the whole side going down. You could see another city under it and then another city under that. It was like, what in the hell? It's creepy, but you can see like how they can go in and make tunnels. There's fucking buildings under there. So they could be down there staying. I've seen where people are talking about like, where's all the actors? Where have they all gone? All the celebrities, where have they gone? There was one who today said that Reese Witherspoon, so she's obviously evil. It is sad too, because she started as a child. So, I don't know. They do stuff. They do stuff to get people trapped in their system, and then they hold something over them, and they force them to do more stuff. So, and it's all just a scam. It's just their blackmail scam. So, I don't know. But Reese, Kourtney Kardashian, and Kanye all got $1 million during this stuff that they said they had money problems. So, they got $1 million given to them by the government, and then they don't have to pay it back. It's just like, no, you guys keep it. Well, we have people starving. The footage I have seen of what is going on in some of these cities with people who are homeless and on drugs, it's shameful. It's absolutely shameful. It's disgusting. I mean, we are already in this time. I mean, there's people, like me, who are sitting in homes and have clean clothes and we can talk, and it can seem like, oh, it can't be that bad. Oh my God. It is definitely bad. So bad. Oh my gosh. I can't even Philadelphia. Oh, Jesus Christ. There is places that I don't even know where they even get all this stuff to throw in the roads. There's just stuff everywhere, like furniture, mattresses, bags and bags of garbage. Just, oh my gosh, people just laying around. Oh my gosh. There was a guy, he was doing footage, and it was like a Dunkin' Donuts or something that had closed down. No, it was a Walgreens, I think, or CVS. It was a pharmacy that had closed down. And so it had been looted and tore up, the windows and everything. But the whole entire parking lot, it looked like, you know, blocks around. I don't know how far it went. There was it looked like a dump. It just looked like you were at the dump. Didn't look like you were in the middle of a town. Man, it's bad. And I can see why people who are in some of these places are like, we should not be sending money to any other country when our country is having this happen. But it's all for the awakening. It's all for us to see. These people don't care about us. They don't care one bit. They make money off of us being sick. And that's the only value we have to them, is what we will do to pay for the medicine. And like me, I'm not going to. And they want, you know, so my credit score would be lowered. And the money that they, you know, Social Security, I'm sure that would go way down. And to me, I just want to get a van. Just go live in a van down by the river somewhere, down by the ocean, down somewhere. Just go get a van and go live outdoors and be free, you know, and be close to water and eat whatever. There's so many more people now who are talking about the food thing, and that you don't need that much food. As long as you're eating healthy stuff, you don't need that much. Your body doesn't require as much as what they've told. And that was all to create obesity. And they put stuff in the foods to, you know, to help that along so that they could make a lot of obesity. That's how people went from being, like, you watch old movies, everybody was so skinny. And then all of a sudden it just jumps. You know, it was all done on purpose. It just jumps into obesity. And with obesity comes high blood pressure, diabetes, just a slew of problems in your body, because we're not meant to be obese. We are meant to be skinny. We're meant to be, we are meant to be thinner and more, you know, agile. And we're not meant to sit around and be obese and unhealthy. And so, and that, of course, it's going to make people in their soul feel bad about themselves. But see, they don't go past that. They don't go, oh, I feel bad about myself. What can I do? Am I living my best? Am I at my best? Am I at my optimum? And you don't need to be anybody else's best or optimum. You just got to be your own. But it's like a challenge to self. Like, are you being your best? What can I do to be better? You know, and it probably for most people is to look at how much they exercise and how much they eat. And exercise does not have to be a chore. I'm telling you, I don't go and do all of that exercise. I haven't even been riding my bike, and I used to ride it all the time. I haven't even been riding it. I've just been doing stuff right here in my tiny house. Just like some weights, some of that cheese.